Welcome back to Unwiring Tech. I'm your host Ranjana, and today I will be talking about something massive: the India AI mission. What is it? Why should it matter for the AI development in India? And how it is redefining AI innovation ecosystem. Now let's start. In March 2024, the Government of India launched the India AI Mission, a bold 10,372 crores initiative aimed at building a robust, inclusive, and sovereign AI ecosystem. It is a mission to develop indigenous artificial intelligence capabilities, infrastructure, data sets, and startups under a structured public-private partnership model. Objectives of this mission are: make AI in India and make AI work for India, democratize AI access and use of governance, startups, and citizens, build indigenous foundation and language models, promote ethical, safe, and responsible AI, and create a self-reliant AI innovation ecosystem. India AI Mission rethinks about the entire AI pipeline from compute and data to talent and deployment. The mission stands on 7 key pillars. First, India AI compute capacity. Second, India AI application development initiative. Third, safe and trusted AI. Fourth, India AI Innovation Center. Fifth, India AI Future Skills. Sixth, India AI Datasets Platform. And last, India AI Startup Financing. Now let's talk about India's common compute capacity developed under India AI Mission. This is one of the mission's biggest moves. Through the India AI Compute Portal, startups and researchers now have the access to world's top-tier AI chips, including NVIDIA H100s, B200s, AMD, GPUs, Intel, Gaudi chips, and more. That means affordable, scalable compute for those who previously couldn't even dream of it. Access to compute means independence and the ability to train your own models without relying on foreign infrastructure. India's AI mission just scaled a major milestone of over 34,000 GPUs, strong and still climbing. Yes, you heard it right, that India is turbocharging its AI ambition by expanding its GPU infrastructure, the computational muscle behind every large AI model, from chatbots to self-driving simulations. In the latest push, the government has added over 15,900 GPUs to existing 18,417 GPUs in the second tranche of its India AI Compute Initiative. These additions come from 7 new cloud service providers. This brings the total GPU count under India AI Mission, as mentioned earlier, over 34,000 units, with compute made accessible by India AI Compute Portal, operational since March this year. Now, why this is important? The cost is drastically cheap, that is 67 per GPU per hour, and that's the subsidized rate the government is offering compared to the market average of 115 rupees. And it's a significant drop aimed at democratizing AI access for startups, researchers, and academic institutions. As Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav said at the launch event in Delhi, and I quote, "Technology should not be left in the hands of a few. Common compute is at the heart of democratizing innovation." The cloud service providers driving this momentum include both existing giants like Jio Platforms, Control S and Data Communication, and newer players like Sai Future, Yoda Data Services, Ishan Infotech, Vencisco, and Lucas, who are bringing in top-tier hardware. Now, why didn't the government build its own data centers? Why rely on private providers, and what's the trade-off? Here's the inside scoop: time, scale, and economics. Rather than waiting years to build massive government-run data centers, policymakers made a tactical decisions. They impaneled private service providers who bring in the infrastructure, while the government covers up to 40% of the cost through subsidies. A senior government official summed it very perfectly. That is, building data centers would have taken too long. Instead, we opted to partner with players who already have the muscle and the chips. The results, pretty impressive. Even before subsidies kick in, bids from private players came in over 40% cheaper than the market average. Now layer on the subsidy and developers across India get cutting-edge GPU access at a fraction of global prices. Now what next? Union Minister Vaishnav confirmed that a third round of empanelment is already in motion. The infrastructure is evolving fast and India is making it clear. Compute power will not be a bottleneck for innovation. Now what powers AI beside compute? Data and talent. That's where AI Kosh comes in, and at India AI's datasets platform for non-personal datasets. It already hosts over 360 datasets and growing. It will curate high-quality public sector data to drive innovation across health, agriculture, education, and more with inclusivity, hence supporting the AI innovation ecosystem in India. On the human side, India is scaling up massively. 240 universities are rolling out AI-focused programs, and also data and AI labs are being set up not just in metros but in Tier 2 and 3 cities, and hence making available for all. The India AI Startup Financing Pillar is designed to back your vision. From early product development to commercialization, grants, subsidies, and access to subsidized cloud GPU platforms means lower cost and faster time to market. India also wants to build sovereign foundational models, indigenous large multimodal models fine-tuned for Indian languages and use cases. As Ganesh Gopalan of Gnani.ai puts it, if compute gets cheaper, startups don't need massive funding to build impactful models. And with government becoming a key buyer, the market is right here at home. AI is now a critical infrastructure like roads, electricity, or the internet. The India AI mission treats it that way. Whether you are in Kerala or Kashmir, whether you are a student, a startup founder, or a policy wonk, this mission is designed to bring AI to you. With ethical guidelines baked in, the goal is not just leadership in AI, but responsible leadership. As former Union Minister Rajiv Chandrasekhar put it, AI is the kinetic enabler of India's digital economy. Also, 3 new startups have been onboarded to build indigenous AI models, the kind of foundational tech that can help reduce reliance on foreign systems and push India closer to sovereign AI leadership. Out of 506 proposals, 3 startups were selected to develop India's specific large language model. Ones that don't just speak English or Hindi but are optimized for 22 major languages and hundreds of dialects. Let's meet the builder behind India's next-gen AI stack. Socket AI is developing a 120 billion parameter open source model focused on sectors like defense, healthcare, and education. Their CEO Abhishek Upperwala says they are racing towards a 1-year delivery window. His mission? India needs a strong base model that others can build on. Gnani.ai is crafting a 14 billion parameter voice system for real-time multilingual speech processing, something critical for call centers, emergency services, and accessibility tech. And Gun.ai, they are developing a 70 billion parameter text-to-speech model with superhuman audio capabilities. Think immersive storytelling, real-time translation, and personalized voice assistants. They now join Sarvam AI, the trailblazer selected earlier this year, building a massive 120 billion parameter foundational model trained on Indian datasets. With these initiatives under India AI mission, researchers get open source models they can fine-tune for local problems. Startups don't need to burn millions on compute to build powerful tools. And users across rural and urban India can get AI that actually understands their language, accent, and intent. So far, we have talked about India AI's bold infrastructure push of 34,000 plus GPUs, public-private partnership, and powerful compute portal that's changing the game for AI access in India and other aspects of India AI mission, such as AI Kosh. But today, let's pause, zoom out, and ask a deeper question. Are we building fast only to become obsolete faster? Here is a concern that's gaining traction among observers and technologists alike. Obsolescence. Most high-performance GPUs, those powerful engines behind AI, have a functional lifespan of just 2 to 5 years. And given how quickly AI models and chips are evolving, the infrastructure we celebrate today could become tomorrow's stranded assets. Think about it. NVIDIA's A100. That was cutting edge just 2 years ago, and now it's already being overtaken by H100s, H200s, and Blackwell chips. If we don't plan for upgradability, reuse, and diversification, we risk locking ourselves into aging systems and into dependencies on a narrow group of global vendors. So, what's the solution? We need to be thinking long term and systematically. Here is what a future proof approach looks like. Life cycle planning from day one, modular scalable data centers, redeployment and leasing models for aging GPUs, algorithmic efficiency that lets older GPUs run modern workloads, and most importantly, investing in R&D, open innovation, and local capacity building. And that's the big policy question that needs to be tackled. As India pours more resources into its AI journey, the shift has to be clear. From the scale to smart scale, build once to build for change. India's leadership in AI will not be judged by how many chips it buys, but by how adaptive, strategic, and sovereign its system truly are. In the end, foresight is the real infrastructure. That's it for today's episode on Unwiring Tech. Thank you.